Okay, this is my ARM second class, second lecturer. Here, risk design philosophy, reduced instruction set computers. Just we are going to overview of whatever we have revised. Okay, reduced instruction set computer. CISC means complex instruction set computers. Okay, four major design rules will be we are going to take into considerations. First one, instructions, pipeline, registers, load and store architecture. Here in CISC processor there is a greater complexity of the processor, and RISC design there is a greater complexity in compiler. Then comparison between CISC and RISC. Hardware will be complicated in CISC, then RISC totally depends upon the software. Multiple instruction sizes and formats are used in CISC. Here few instructions are used. CISC uses less registers, it uses more registers. Then more addressing modes in CISC, fewer addressing modes in RISC. Then extensive use of microprogramming in case of CISC, complexity in compiler in RISC as per the diagram. Instructions take varying amount of cycle time in case of CISC. Instructions will take only one single cycle to execute. In CISC processor, pipelining is difficult. In RISC, pipelining is easy. Then one more special feature of ARM is advanced RISC machine is it is a ARM uses subset, that is 16-bit instruction. It has got special 16-bit instructions to perform. It is called the thumb instruction. It will be working in two modes, ARM mode and thumb mode. ARM means totally it will be working in 32-bit mode. Thumb means it will be performing in 16-bit mode. Then one embedded system hardware. Last class we have discussed. Just overview of that. ARM processor, first one. Then interrupt controller, AHB arbitrary, real-time clocks, serial UARTs, memory controller, AHB external bridge, Ethernet, counters or timers. And for AHB external bridge, ROM, SRAM, flash ROM, DRAM, external bus, etc. we are going to using. ARM processor, it is a 32-bit microcontroller. That is one IC will be there. It is a programmable IC. It is a ARM processor 1 unit. Then it connects interrupt controller. That is standard interrupt controller, vectored interrupt controller. Interrupt means it is an external request to the processor. AHB arbitrary means it is concerned with the communication path. Bus means it is a communication path from CPU to external devices. AHB APB bridge main bus it is. AHB means ARM high performance bus. APB means ARM peripheral bridge. Peripherals means input and output devices are called the peripheral devices. Then we are using real-time clocks. Real-time clock means which will be measures hours, minutes, seconds, month, day, year, etc. That is real-time clock. Ethernet, which is used for the high speed of data transfer. Then serial UARTs, universal asynchronous reception transmission. Counters and timers are used. Then what AHB external bridge, we are going to connecting read only memory, static RAM, flash ROM, DRAM concerned to the external bus. Then the explanation will be given. The ARM processor controls the embedded device. An ARM processor comprises a core plus the surrounding components that interface it with the bus. These components can include memory management and caches. Controllers coordinate important functional blocks of the system. Two commonly found controllers are interrupt controller and memory controller. The peripherals provide all the input output capability external to the chip and are responsible for the uniqueness of the embedded system. A bus is used to communicate between different parts of the device. It is called the bus. There are two types of buses, address bus and data bus. Peripherals, input and output devices usually called peripherals. Then ARM peripherals all are memory mapped. The programming interface is a set of memory addressed registers. Specialized peripherals called controllers that implement higher levels of the functionality. Two important types, memory controller and interrupt controller. Here in interrupt controller, two types, standard interrupt controller and vectored interrupt controller. Standard interrupt controller sends an interrupt signal to the processor core when an external device requests servicing. It can be programmed to ignore or mask an individual. Interrupt means it is an external request to the processor, that is to take the permission of the particular device, which will be free, it will be allow, otherwise it will be do not allow. That is we are to mask or ignore. The interrupt handler determines which device requires servicing by reading a device bitmap register in the interrupt controller. VIC, vectored interrupt controller. Vectored interrupt means which have got particular memory location, is more powerful than standard interrupt controller because it prioritizes interrupts. That is, priority will be given. Which device will be asking, that is, the particular processor will be free or not, the prioritization will be there. Prioritization means priority, the first preference, second preference, etc. Now, one more very interesting terminology of ARM bus. That is, before going to study, we have to just focus on the abbreviations. AMBA, that is called the ARM High Performance, AHB ARM High Performance Bus, AMBA Advanced Microcontroller Bus Architecture, ASB ARM Serial Bus, APB ARM Peripheral Bus. AMBA stands for Advanced Microcontroller Bus Architecture. AHB stands for ARM High Performance Bus. ASB stands for ARM Serial Bus. APB stands for ARM Peripheral Bus. Above figure shows the different blocks. High bandwidth external memory interface, first block. High performance ARM processor. Then one more block, high bandwidth on-chip RAM. Then DMA, direct memory access bus master. Then one more bridge will be there. Then UART, keypad, timer, then PIO. Here high bandwidth external memory interface, first block, high performance ARM processor, high bandwidth on-chip RAM, DMA bus master. It is a bridge AHB ARM high performance bus to send high memory addresses. to APB bridge, that is ARM peripheral bridge, which the input and output devices are connected. ASB, ARM serial bus to APB bridge. Now let us just study AMBA and AHB importance, that is functions: high performance, pipelined operation, multiple bus masters, burst transfers. High performance means it will be used for high order bus. Pipelined operation means that is already discussed: fetch, decode, execute. In a single clock cycle, it will be performing 2 operations or 3 operations. It is called pipelined operations. Multiple bus masters, that is more than buses will be there, that is multiple bus master. Burst transfers, then AMBA, ASB, it is high performance pipeline operation, multiple bus masters. Then AMBA, APB, it's just features: low power, latched address and control, simple interface, suitable for many peripherals. Then ARM bus technology. Embedded systems uses different technologies. The most common PC bus technology, the peripheral component interconnect PCI bus. Peripheral component interconnect, that is PCI. This type of technology is external or off chip. Embedded devices use on chip bus, that is internal to the chip, and that allows different peripherals to be interconnected with an ARM core. That is, there is two problems will be there: on chip and off chip. On chip means on the same motherboard or the same circuitry board. Off chip means different circuit board. ARM core, there are two different classes of devices attached to the bus: bus master, ARM processor core, a logical device capable of initiating transfer with another device across the same bus, that is called the bus master, main from the ARM processor core. Bus slaves, that is main one bus will be there, then we are going to dividing the main bus into different groups, that is called bus slaves. Logical devices capable of only of responding to a transfer request from a bus master device. A bus has two architecture levels: physical level, that converts the electrical characteristics, and bus width 16, 32 or 64 bit. That is, bus width will be 16, 32, 64 bits. Second level deals with protocol. The logical rules govern the communication between the processor and peripheral. It is called the ARM bus technology. That is, we are going to using peripheral component interconnect PCI bus, that is on chip and off chip. We are going to using many devices will be connected off the chip and on the chip, and one bus master will be there, that is from the main core processor. Another one will be slaves, that is main bus can be divided into sub for the peripheral devices, or some other for 16 bit, for 32 bit or 64 bit. Then AMBA bus protocol, that is advanced microcontroller bus architecture, has been widely adopted as the on-chip bus architecture used for ARM processor. The first AMBA buses introduced were the ARM system bus, that is called the ARM system bus. Second one, ARM peripheral bus, APB, ARM peripheral bus. One more is there, ARM high performance bus, AHB. Then some other plug and play interface for hardware developers. Using AMBA, peripheral designers can reuse the same design on multiple projects. A peripheral can simply be slotted onto the chip bus without having to redesign an interface for each different processor architecture. It is called what AMBA bus protocol. Protocol means some rules and regulations which will be following. ASB ARM system bus, APB ARM peripheral bus. Then more about AHB. It is centralized, multiplexed, provides higher data throughput rather than ASB bidirectional bus design. AHB runs at higher clock speed. It supports widths of 64 and 128 bits. ARM has introduced two variations on the AHB bus: multi-layer, that is more than one layer, multi-layer AHB, AHB Lite. AHB Lite is a subset of AHB bus. It is limited to a single bus master. Then that is ARM core data flow model. Shows above figure an ARM core data flow model. It consists of what different blocks. First one, sign extend, instruction decoder, register file R0 to R15. Totally R0 to R15, 15 registers are there, but we are using only 12 registers, R0 to R12. One more is there, that is called barrel shifter. Then ALU, arithmetic and logical unit. One more, address register. Then incrementer. One more, MAC, multiply and accumulate. Okay, this is the ARM core data flow model. Then the arrow marks which will be shows A, B given to MAC, result read, etc. Data enters the processor core through the data bus. The data may be an instruction, execute or data item. Above figure shows von Neumann implementation of the ARM. Data items and instructions share the same bus. In contrast, Harvard implementations of the ARM use two different buses. That is, two architectures will be there. You already studied in fifth sem microcontroller. Von Neumann architecture, Harvard implementations. That memory. Then instruction decoder translates instructions before they are executed. Each instruction executed belongs to a particular instruction set. Instruction decoder which will be decodes the instructions, that is which will be identified and it will be executed. The ARM processor, like all processors, use load and store architecture. This means it has two instruction types for transferring data in and out of the processor: load and store. Load instructions copy data from memory to register. It will be copy the data from memory to registers in the core, and conversely store the instructions from data from register to memory. That is load and store instructions. There are no data processing instructions that directly manipulate data in memory. Thus, data processing is carried out solely in registers. Data items are placed in the register file. or storage of bank made up of 32-bit registers. That is, different register array will be there, R0 to R12 general purpose registers. In figure they have shown R0 to R15. Since ARM core is a 32-bit processor, most instructions treat the registers as holding signed or unsigned 32-bit values. Signed number or unsigned number. Signed value means if MSB bit is 1, we are treating it as a negative number. If it is 0, we are treating it as a positive number. The sign extend hardware converts a signed 8-bit and 16-bit numbers to 32-bit values as they are read from memory and placed in registers. ARM instructions typically have two source registers, RN and RM, a single result or destination register, RD. Source operands are read from the register file using internal buses A and B respectively as shown in above, as shown in figure. ALU, which converts, that is converts means which will be performance, arithmetic and logical operations. One more is MAC, multiply and accumulate, which will be multiply, accumulate means it will be stores. Takes the register values Rn and Rm from A and B buses and computes a result. Data processing instructions write the result in RD directly to the register file. Load and store instructions use the ALU to generate an address to be held in address register to broadcast on the address bus. One more important feature of the ARM processor is the what it is called barrel shifter. Means a single instruction will be there, it will be performing in general two operations. That is, ARM is the register RM alternatively can be processed in the barrel shifter before enters the ALU. Together the barrel shifter and ALU can calculate wide range of expressions and addresses after passing through the functional units. The result in RD is written back to register file using result bus. Barrel shifter, that is before entering to the ALU and after entering to the ALU, two functions will be performing at a time. That is pre-processing, processing. For load and store instructions, the incremented updates the address register before the core reads or writes the next register value from or to the next sequential memory location. The processor continues executing instructions until an exception or interrupt changes the execution flow. Then the one more array of registers, that is ARM registers, R0 to R12. These all are called what? General purpose registers or GPRS, general purpose registers, which will be holds 32-bit data. Then the shaded registers will be there. R13, it is called stack pointer. R14, it is called link register. R15, it is called program counter. These are the special function registers. These are also called SFR, special function registers. Stack is, the question arises, what is stack? Stack means It is a special purpose memory location which is used for the temporary storage of the data. It points R13 points the data present in stack memory location. R14 it is called link register and is where the core puts the return address whenever it calls a subroutine, that is sub program. Register R15 is the program counter PC. It contains address of the next instruction to be fetched by the processor. It is called program counter. This is regarding ARM registers. In next point, we are going to study in